So the good news is that you don't always have to worry about how to avoid being gaslighted, but you can use astrology to get your way. Now, I know that most of you won't admit that you need any information on how to avoid them gaslighting you because you're so awake and on top of your game. But unfortunately, you have been gaslighted in some way, shape, form, or fashion when you're dealing with other people, especially in relationships. But you could decrease and avoid them gaslighting you by using astrology to get your way. But I'm just going to give you a few examples of how you was gaslighted, lit, whatever. I'm going to show you some examples. The first one is exploitation. So they exploit you. You can get exploited. Like, okay, so if you're feeling guilty, they can make you feel guilty about a thing. They could complain to you about a thing. They can do any of these things to get you, to gaslight you, to get you to do what they want to do. By exploitation, by exploiting your natural feelings. I'm a good person, stuff like that. They'll say stuff like, you're not treating me fairly. You're not doing this. So they're exploiting your goodwill, your honor, the respect that you have for yourself, the respect that you have for humanity. They will exploit that. Another example of somebody gaslighting you, they give you the silent treatment. They don't reply to your texts. They ignore your phone calls. They block you on social media, like certain ones. They might block you on this one, but not block you on that one. They might change their number and don't give it to you, but give it to someone you know so that you could be aware of it and use it for leverage to get you to worry, concern, go all crazy. But that's just for them to gain over you, right? Another way, I'm just giving you guys ways, like avoid being gaslighted, stop being gaslighted. You can use astrology to show you how to do that. Um, an imbalance of power. That's a good one. An imbalance of power. So they will make themselves feel or show you that they're so more intelligent than you in this area. They have more knowledge and they would constantly give you their resume of information of, well, I know this person, or I'm have this amount of money, or I've learned how to do this on my own. And it's an imbalance of power so that they can show you how big they are in comparison to how small you are. But you won't really know this because you're being gaslighted. Passive aggressive. The passive aggressive. Oh, that's the worst because what they're doing is they're being aggressive in a nice way. So they're showing you that they're angry. They're showing you that they're upset, but they're not saying it. They're using words not to say that. And it's very subconscious and it's very mental and it's very tricky. So they use this passive aggressive. One of the biggest ways that I have seen over the years is that you talk too much. Stop telling so much about yourself and your past and what you believe in and your goals and your dreams. Now, we do this when we want to, usually in our personal relationships, when we want them to know us so they can get to understand who we are and they can learn us and different things like that. So we talk too much. And what the other person is doing is that they're listening and they're learning about you so that later on in the future, they can use it against you because you told them already. So they'll say stuff like, they'll do stuff like, after you say all these things, they'll say stuff like, no one has ever made me feel like you do. No one ever had my back like you had it. No one never loved me, not even my own family, like you do. No one ever showed me compassion like you do. No one was ever as kind to me as you are. They also say stuff like, or you can also hear stuff like, oh, I'm so glad I met you. I'm so glad you came in my life. Where were you all my life? Stuff like that. Now, they're not going to say it as I'm saying it. I can give you guys examples. Like I could play out like the subscribers who know Shonda. I could play out examples of how it could be, but right now I'm just like listing them just to put your mind in a way of how you can get gaslighted. And this happens all the time. This happens all the time. So one good example of how a person gaslights you in a love relationship is that they will say stuff like, I am so happy that I met you. And then they'll tell you why. And then they'll use the other ways of gaslighting you. So they'll say stuff like, that's why I'm in love with you. Because you said something that was so deep. But they didn't get it from them being deep and by them having intuition and by them knowing you. They got it because you told them too much in the beginning of the relationship. Because what do? We sell ourselves. But a person who wants to gaslight and gain the power over you, they listen to you. And then you think they're listening to you because they really admire you. You're really intelligent. They respect you. No, that's not what they're doing. They're listening to learn. So in the future, they can have this imbalance of power. All right. So I just wanted to introduce those few things. Now, you got to get your way. And this video is basically telling you not and how to avoid being gaslighted, but how you can use astrology to get your way. The number one way, the main way, and I know this might sound weird or opposite, counterproductive, but the number one way is to learn their low vibration zodiac sign. You have to understand the zodiac energy for each zodiac sign to know their low vibration. In the beginning, it's going to be hard for you to do this is because you're looking at this person as a good person. You want to see the good in them. You see the positive potential in them. So why would you go to anything that's negative? Why would you put a negative vibe out there? Why would you put that out in the universe and blah, blah, blah? But that's not what you're doing. You are learning them to protect yourself. And it's very unfortunate that we have to protect ourselves because, and I get it. I get it. Love should be love. Relationships, everybody should be honorable. Nobody should be gaslighted. We shouldn't have to avoid being gaslighted. None of these things should happen. But however, you know what? This video is for people who have been gaslighted, how to avoid it, how to use astrology. So you look at every zodiac sign. Well, you should know every zodiac sign, but the person that you are close to, whether it's your boss, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and you've been having these problems and you're trying to understand why aren't they seeing it my way? You have to go to their low vibration of their sign because that's what they're acting out of. They're acting out of their lower self, their lower vibrational self, or their negative qualities of themselves. Now, they're not going to understand how you're using astrology to get to understand how they are acting low vibrational. So this is how it can really work to your favor in a really good way by using astrology. So if I know that the negative traits of a Virgo, for example, or the low vibrational Virgo, if I understand what are the most hateful, manipulative, narcissistic, the worst type of way that a Virgo can be, a Virgo man or a Virgo woman, for example, if I look at the worst parts of them, I will study that. Everybody always think that I'm going to try to learn this person, see how we compatible, see how, we can grow and all these positive things, but life is not like that, as we already know. So you have to understand that low vibrational. What we make a mistake by and how we get gaslighted is because we do not look at the low vibrational, because we don't want to look at the low vibrational. But once we look at the low vibrational part of their sign first, and not if something happens or not after something happens, then we could avoid them gaslighting us. I mean, using astrology to do that. I want to try to give you guys some examples of this on one side of me, but the other side of me is like, well, they understand, they get what I'm saying, because most people who watch my videos know high vibrational, middle, low vibrational zodiac signs. So I'm not gonna list each negative trait of a low vibrational sign, because you guys should know that. And there's so many videos out there saying that. So I want you to that one person that you feel you got gaslighted, manipulated, tricked, food, all of that kind of stuff. And now you are on the end of, now you're getting the silent treatment. They're not answering your calls. They're blocking you. The imbalance of power is that they have more power over you. Now you have to be more passive aggressive, because you're trying to get to the truth. You're trying to get to the bottom line. You wasting your time and your mental and your psychological you're wasting your energy on that when you can just look at their low vibrational and go to that. Now, of course, nobody wants to do a low vibrational way of looking at a person. And they're saying, I know some people might be saying, how can that work? Well, it could work because then you'll know. You know what they could do. You know what they are capable of. So when they do it, it's not that you're going to be suspicious, but you'll be aware. And you could protect yourself from being gaslighted. Now, that's most likely when you first meet a person. Say you in the middle of a relationship, or say you even at the end of a relationship and you want to save it. Now, you might say, well, I already know their bad traits. I've been with them for a while. I already know how they get low vibrational. But do you, though? Do you really know their low vibrational zodiac sign? Do you really know? Because if you really knew, there's no way in the world that they could ever gaslight you, that you would ever be stuck and not understand how to avoid them gaslighting you. What you could do once you get their low vibrational, so that you don't have to stay in that negative space or that negative energy, what you're going to do, you are now going to manipulate it. And when I use the word manipulate, I'm talking about like a lump of clay. Think of a lump of clay, how you can manipulate a lump of clay and make a beautiful piece of art out of it. That's the art of using astrology for you not to get gaslighted. And it takes time and it takes practice. And some people are naturally born to do this. And some people have done this before. And you're probably sleeping on your skill, and you need to like wake up out of that, because there's no need for you guys to be depressed, stressed out, not being able to get up on this Saturn day and do what you need to do and go forth with it. Not want to be at home, not want to be at work, not wanting to go to the store. Whatever you are avoiding, it's because you have stress in your relationship, or you have a problem with your relationship, or you have plans for this weekend with this person and now they're ignoring you and all this. I'm not going through that. I'm not going through any of that kind of inner stress, depression, or anything like that, when I could easily have to deal with that outside of myself, where I cannot control it at all, just from the general public. But if you are about to lose a relationship that you don't want to lose, whether you did something wrong or they did something wrong and you want to give it one more shot, or I don't know. I mean, you could manipulate into a negative way, but if you manipulate in a negative way, all that's going to do is bring you bad karma, because when you set out to do something wrong to somebody, dig two graves, as you guys already know. But we can manipulate their low vibration into getting what we want, because what you're doing is you're taking their low vibration and you're pulling it up. You're making it at a higher level. So it's already their low vibration. You're already doing what they are actually doing. You're already kind of, I don't want to keep saying the word manipulate, but you are kneading, like you're kneading the dough, and you're changing this and something that you already know, and then you're going to highlight it. So for example, I'm gonna give y'all an example for people. I'm an analogy person, and I always try to give examples. All right, so this is an example. When I was working at this place, I had a group of teenage boys that was teenage thug criminals, and they were locked up. They were not locked up in a jail. They were locked up in this psychiatric facility for behavioral issues for teens. Okay. So when I had this group, I had all these different type of energies. I had the strong energy, passive energy, neutral, people just there doing their time because they had to stay a certain time. Okay. So every single time I saw a low vibrational, big mouth leader type of one, like whatever he says, that's what the group is going to do. I had to manipulate that low vibration and change it into a high vibration. So I had to divide and conquer him separate from the group and look at all of his low vibration and change them all into good vibration, to high vibrational, or to high potential of what he can really do. Like he can use his power for good. And I had to show him how to do that. Now, I really can't show you how to do that or tell you how to do that. That's within yourself. So it is going to take some effort for you to do it, but it could be done because it's an art. And it's according to your skills, your inner skills, actually, to really do the art, and how long it's going to take you to do it. But your turn. So I turned. So every time when he was around the group, this kid, this teenager, whatever, thug guy, every time he was around the group, he no longer was against me, making the group against me, because I gave him this power that he sought out, and I gave it to him. And then when I look to him to do something with I needed the group to do something, I'll look to him as, yo, I gave him this power. And then he did what I wanted him to do, which was get the rest of the guys to move to the next thing we had to do that day. And I continued to feed that and feed that. And it turned into high vibration where it didn't mess with me to a point where I'm like, oh, okay, now I got to deal with this kid. Or you could say, oh, now I got to deal with this guy, or now I got to deal with her, and I got to be at home and deal with her. I got to go to work and deal with this coworker. I use their low vibration and turn into a high vibration of what I wanted them to be, how I wanted to feel about this energy when it was around me. And because it was already known, because we know their low vibrational zodiac sign, we know that low vibration of their zodiac sign. Since I already knew that, I didn't have to go too far. Like, we do not have to go too far. You do not have to go too far to figure out this person, especially if you already know. So it can happen in the beginning of the relationship, in the middle of the relationship, if you want to say the relationship. The middle of the relationship is the most difficult part of a thing, because you're trying to maintain a particular way. So if you're at a job and you're not ready to leave it, you already started, you passed orientation, your probationary period, different things like that, and now you're maintaining it. You're in the middle of it. Well, a lot of things can happen at that point of being in the middle, because you know you have to maintain it, but at the same time you want to reach higher, or you want to save the relationship, or you want a promotion, or you want to gain. You have to understand, we always want to gain. So the person who's dealing with you want to gain too, but they're going to use, if they're gaslighting, they are using their low vibration of their zodiac sign to gain over you. And if you don't understand that that's what's going on, you're going to ask questions like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you hurting me? I had your back when nobody had your back. I did this for you when nobody didn't care. I loved you. What happened in the beginning of our relationship? Where did it go wrong? All of these type of things that you're going to be questioning. But when you do that, you are losing. You are no longer gaining. You are losing. So what you need to do is to gain. It's an imbalance of power. So you need to gain back that. And you have to do it a low vibrational way. I did use the example of a Virgo. So say what they say about Virgos, the worst thing about Virgos are they're too perfect, and they seek perfection and everything. Everybody got to be perfect. They're perfect and no one else is. And they will point out your imperfections. Well, to me, that's a very simple thing to use that low vibration of themselves and turn it into a high vibration, even if they don't even realize that is they're acting from their low vibration. All I have to do is make sure that I'm doing the things that I'm doing. It's art of manipulation. I'm doing the things that when they point out something to me about I'm not perfect in a thing. I don't have to bow down and concede like I'm not worthy, but I can look at it. I could take it and look at it like, yeah, I can see how you can see it that way. And then do a little backstory. I can see how you can see it that way. Yeah, I know I'm not eating the right foods and I'm not drinking enough water. But at one time in my life, I was on it. I used to exercise 30 minutes a day, every day, just for my general health, not for weight loss. I used to drink my water. You could use what you have a backstory. And then this way, you're getting them more off of you and more onto psychologically manipulating them so they won't have to go back and point out your imperfections. So right now at this point, my chat is off, and I know my video is off too. So I can't see your chat, but I could see the people who's coming and going into my room. And I know a lot of people probably going because they see a black screen and like, she's just talking. Well, I like to do this because I like to talk to your subconscious. Anything that I'm going to talk about subconscious, about anything subconscious or inner selves, I'd like it to be dark because I think darkness is a less, there's less distractions. So maybe on a Saturday afternoon, it might work for you being dark like this, or maybe you might watch it tonight or at night. Your choice. But I am going to open up the chat and just say hey to everybody who's in here. But I want you to understand that you could utilize astrology as the art of manipulation to your good side, not to attack them. Because when you set out, because, anything you do that's not good and bad and in the universe, of course, we're going to get karma back, and we don't want to do that. Our whole thing is trying to fix, save, and heal and not be gaslighted. But I want to just go back on a couple of things that I did talk about. The thing that really, like, it's such a subtle way how you can get gaslighted and you won't even realize it because the subconscious and these people are trying to create an imbalance of power because they have no power in any other way in their life. So what they'll do is they have to make themselves more than you are or more over you. So all of this stuff about saying who they never had in their life and you are that one who saved them in their life. Well, if you don't really know me, you don't know me from a can of paint, and you don't know if I'm doing that or not, then how can you say, how could you give me all this praise and this kudos? So I'm gonna side eye you. But I guess if you're looking at it like, yeah, I am that person, you're gonna believe them. Please don't believe nobody when they tell you that's in the beginning. I don't care how chemistry, how compatible, I don't care. They do not know you. They do not have the time in to know you, to understand you. So yeah, you can look at the compatibility of the zodiac signs to see if this one goes with that one, but that's going to give you a head start, but that is not going to sustain you, and you're not going to be able to maintain anything from that. So when these people do say stuff like, nobody ever did this for me, I'm looking at like your past, like your family, like your nucleus family, your mother, father, sister, brother. And when you grew up in your household, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, like they know nobody. So, I would listen more to them than I would talk more for myself. I would not talk as much and tell them things so that they could use it against me in the future. The silent treatment with this, people who blocking you, who don't answer your calls, or another silent treatment that people could do, and they play this game to get leverage over you, or gaslighting, is that when you text them, they don't text you back right away, but they still text you back. Now, it's a manipulation tactic for them to continue to have the power. Why do people do this? I don't know. They just do. I'm saying that you got to look at these little subtle things. These are small things, how you could be gaslighted subconsciously and you won't even know, but you can use astrology to get you out of it by looking at the low vibration zodiac signs, use their low vibration, you accept what that is, and then the art of manipulation and using psychology, you can manipulate and change that so that you can say things to them to make their heads big or to agree with them or to make them feel confident or courageous. So you're throwing them off from gaslighting you because you're not really gaslighting them. You are kind of, but you're doing it in a good way to protect yourself until you guys get to know each other and also to save your relationship and to save from getting fired or to save something. It is also a way that you may not, well, in your personal relationship, you're going to know their zodiac sign. But in certain other situations, you may not really can't figure out your boss's sign or your immediate supervisor's sign or whoever make that decision. If you hired or fired, you may not be able to know it. But if you understand the energies, you can learn. You can do it from the low vibration energy, and you can switch it around. So basically, I wanted to come on here and talk about that and see what you guys think. So now at this point of my video, I will stop my topic and then show my chat and see who's here. Oh, okay. So I can't see who came from the beginning, but I could see Sacred Heart, Shona Mona, Laval, Janet, uh, Spark of the Goat, Tarot 1111. Thank you for doing my timestamps. Coach Michael. Coach Michael going to kill me. Don't just have faith in me, Coach Michael. Overstand, Mocha, Sophia. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Light Riot Productions. That just kind of blew my mind. Oh, I appreciate that. You know, one thing I want to tell y'all, I never think that you guys don't know this stuff. I never would do a video thinking that, okay, Shonda Scorpio, she's telling me something I never knew in my life. But it's not that. That's not why I do them. I do them because some of these things that we don't even think of is in us, but it's lying dormant. It's sleep. So sometimes we got to awaken it. And that's what I want to do. I want to awaken certain things, certain tools that we had, things that we won in the past with. Like we had skills that we won and we were victorious in. And then we're probably not using them or we forgot about them. So I like to do these videos not to be like, oh, you guys not going to know. No, I know you know. But it's I want you to look at it a different perspective. And I want you to look at it in a subconscious kind of way so you can build on your art of utilizing psychology and the art of the mind and human beings and all that kind of stuff. Um, the black is good. We are supposed to be hearing and not seeing. Well, everybody don't like that. Everybody don't like that. I know that you know that, but people don't understand the absence of light will heighten your other senses. But it's probably better to watch at night. She said it's questions and answers. It's not really questions and answers. It's just me reading the comments, but you guys can ask a question. I don't think people have a question in this kind of situation. Um, but there are ways that people can do it. One of the things that I want to say as well is that a lot of people probably won't agree with what I'm saying by using people's low vibration and studying their low vibration more than you study their high vibration, I guess, since that's the opposite. A lot of people won't use it, but you guys are giving people too much credit. You guys actually think that people live on a high vibration of themselves all the time? No, they don't. Do you think that people want to self-improve and develop themselves all the time? No, they don't. So they use shortcuts by gaslighting. So avoid them gaslighting you. Using astrology or any kind of esoteric or psychological and the essence of human nature and the essence of studying the mind It's an art to that. And that's what you can build. That's how you could protect yourself from outside sources, because we don't know who the enemy is. We don't know. We don't know about deception. There is a planet that's called Neptune, and Neptune is the planet, or you know what? We don't even have to use that word, but that is the energy, or that is the thing in this world and society that covered things up and deceive people. Neptune. So in astrology, we call, remember, astrology is just using language. So whether or not you agree with the language and you know about aspects and sextiles and sun, square, moon, and all this kind of stuff, that's just the language. What you guys got to understand, it's not about the language. It's about what is actually happening and what's actually going on. And you know what I'm saying? So it's not about using astrology for the language. It's about using astrology for your good, for your own knowledge, so that you can win. Nobody don't want to be hurt. Nobody don't want to be sad. Nobody don't want to go through these feelings of inadequacy because we happen to fall in love with somebody, or we happen to like somebody that's an enemy, and we didn't know they were an enemy because we didn't know how to deal with it, or we didn't know because we wanted to be on his love situation. Oh, I just saw that. We wanted to be on his love boat situation, so that because we just want to say, oh, I'm going to put love and positive, love and light and energy and all that stuff out there. But you're giving your love and light to an actual enemy, and then you don't know how to get out of it, and you try to find ways to get out of it. And I'm telling you, the number one way to get out of it is to understand what deception truly is. The best way for me to understand all of this stuff and all of these things in society, whether it's good or bad, is by you understanding astrology language. Because when you understand astrology language and you define what these things are, it's telling you the exact thing that's going on in regular life, but they break it down into an explanation. That is how we're using astrology. We're not using astrology for no other reason. I don't, other than understanding how life goes and how to deal with someone else in a relationship, no matter what kind of relationship you have. So to use astrology language with Neptune, that energy is here for deception. I hope y'all know that. If you ever have a fantasy and you're making somebody, whether they're gaslighting you or not, you're making them bigger than it is by saying stuff that I am so glad I met you. You are the love of my life and all those kind of things. That's deception. That's fantasy. That's Neptune. You understand? So that's really how I like to use it in a practical way. I don't like using it to do the hocus pocus scary stuff. I'm looking and seeing if anybody coming up. Hey, Ken R. I can't say the first one, but I know it's Entity Tarot 1111. Have a good day. Shonda, do you agree that if you suspect you're being gaslighted, you probably are? Well, I wouldn't waste my brain space with that. What I would do is I would look at their low vibration. How, when somebody is doing something wrong, when you feel something is wrong, with you, or I mean with the person that you're dealing with, if you feel that something is not right and you have a issue and you don't want to confront them, or you don't want to look at yourself and say, hey, why did I put this person in their life? People need to understand that we put these people in situations in our life to learn lessons. Well, not us, but our souls do, because our souls want to ascend to a higher place. That's also what Neptune means. That's where our souls go. Yeah, study Neptune and you can see where our souls go, that we don't just die and be dead. But anyway, if you think somebody is gaslighting, you probably are. You can manifest that. Yeah, you could do that way. But instead of using my brain power and my mental capacity and doing it that way, what I rather do is the quickest shortcut way is to look at their low vibration so I can understand and see how they act in their low vibration. We're not always low vibrational. We're not always high vibrational. So if I don't feel that something is right, after I look at myself, ask myself, why did I put this energy into my life and blah, blah, blah. If I do all of that, and that's not working as strong, or I don't have enough time, or we're arguing right in that moment, or how to get right out of that tense situation, I'll look at their low vibration and say, okay, that's just how they are in this particular thing. You got 10 ways that they're low vibrational, which I could do videos like that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. But anyway, to me, some things are pointless, but you can know what their low vibrations are. And then once they are in that, that's when you change it. You could change the energy of their low vibration into a high vibration without them even knowing it. And eventually they're going to notice that you're doing that. What are they going to notice? They're going to notice that you do not allow them to stay low vibrational, and they won't be able to do it. So they got to work harder to get on your bad side. So you're always going to get your way. The whole point is to use astrology to get your way and avoid them gaslighting you. Don't be gaslighted, because it's not the actual outcome of it is not going to be a beneficial thing to you. The actual outcome of it is going to be a detriment to you. So you're thinking that you need to go back to this person and to make them stop doing a thing to you, or to remind them of, remember what you said, that I was the best thing that you met in life and all that kind of stuff. But while we are doing that, what we are actually doing is causing ourselves a deeper hole. It's harder to get out of. To me, I'd rather use a shortcut, work smarter and not harder. So if I'm being gaslighted, and I don't want them to be I don't want them to gaslight me. I don't want them to be playing these mind games, and I'm not going to waste my time on all of these tactics of gaslighting and manipulation. What I would do, I would see, like I said, using Virgo as an example, I would look at, they are being low vibrational from their Virgo. I won't even have to go into the moon and Venus and Mercury and the rest of the planets. I could just look at their low vibrational, and one of those low vibrations is going to be the way how they're acting. And all I got to do with the art of manipulation and psychology, because remember, everything got to have a good intention, because if we set out to manipulate in a bad way, we're going to get the karma back. So that's not helpful. So we're trying to get our way. We're using astrology to get our way. So we're gonna automatically manipulate the situation to be in a positive way by taking their low vibration and us showing them how they can be low vibrational by being focused on the high vibration of their sign, if that makes sense. I'm an airhead is my natural sense. Agree, let it go. Well, I wouldn't let it go. Let me tell y'all, don't ever let nothing go. Because where is it going? Do you understand when you let something go, it's going somewhere? It's still there. It's still there in your life. So especially if you're letting something go into the universe, do you think that the universe is going to actually keep your stuff for you? And if they do, I do not want the universe to keep nothing for me and to store anything for me, because what's going to happen? One day, at one time, some way, some place, some situation, the universe is going to make me address it, and I have to deal with it. So maybe some people is like, well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Well, I'm a proactive person, and I don't want stress or depression or sadness or anything to get in my way to doing what I need to do to reach my goals, to win. I won't even do it that way. I won't allow it to happen that way. So I'm going to be proactive and say, okay, not preventative, but proactive. There's a difference between being proactive and preventative, because you can't prevent everything from happening to you. Word, that's not cool. Gaslight, can't deal with that. I meant let go, overthinking it. Oh, okay. I'm fine. I don't let stuff sit and go. Hey, Andrew. Hey, dear. Been missing your high vibes. Hi, Angel Dubois. Is that how you say it? Or Dubose? Angel. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, these are just my, I guess, tricks, tips. I hate saying tricks like I'm tricking, but that's what they say, tips and tricks of showing you guys how you can avoid being gaslighted. And at the same time that I thought of doing this video, and I'm talking about things in this video, and I'm saying don't let them gaslight you, avoid being gaslighted. Do you know that I also notice a flip side to that, that people want to be gaslighted? They want people to do it. But can I tell y'all something? When people are telling you that you're the best thing since sliced bread, that they don't know what they could have done without you, or I'm glad I met you, or whatever, do you know that you're being gaslighted? So it's not going to end well. So that means that they're gaslighting, you're accepting it because maybe nobody else don't talk to you that way, or never put you on that pedestal to say that they are glad they met you. They're glad you're in their life. You're so artistic. You're so intelligent. You have a head for business. Whatever they say, whatever they're saying to gaslight you, you might think that's okay, but it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. And see, that's where our stress and our depression and our sadness and our loneliness lives at the end. So we don't want things to not end well. We want to be able to get our own way. So don't accept being gaslighted in any form, in a positive way or a negative way. But like I said, this video is for people who want to keep their relationships, who want to work through problems in their relationships. And I'm giving you the quick way to use astrology to get your way and not personalize it too much, because again, if you're personalizing it, it's not ending well. You said I just can't with these people. Hi, ready to Trav. You pronounced it perfectly both ways you said it. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So anyway, my videos, I drop these videos because these are the actual thoughts that be going in my mind, or things I'm going through in my mind, things that I counsel people in, things that people ask me. So it's all of this information because people who do know astrology language, I have a Mercury in Libra and it's in my 10th house. So for people who understand it that way, you understand it automatically why I do my videos the way that I do. For people who don't understand the astrology language, it just means that collectively I feel that I can speak to the collective, and I could speak in a fair way, and I want to hear back from the collective. And that's why I go live all the time, because I don't mind hearing and reading your thoughts in your chat when you're typing. Some people don't like that, and I'm sorry, not sorry, because that's where my placements are located. But the bottom line is, just don't let them, just avoid it. Avoid being gaslighted. And like I said in the beginning of the video, there are some things that we don't even know that we're being gaslighted. Don't let them exploit you. Don't let them use your feelings of that you're a good person and use that against you to get what they want. You know, the whole point is using astrology to get what you want. It's to get what you want. Use their low vibration and change it around. Now, can everybody do this? Some people can, if they work a little hard. Some people naturally born with it. And some people won't confront it at all. I just want you all to do it so that it can end well. Because that's what I want. Hey, Veronique. He said I was just getting light lit. Bashonda, I liked it. Yeah, I know. I know y'all like it. But see, you don't want to confuse being gaslighting is exploitation. Gaslighting is an imbalance of power. Gaslighting is people using passive aggressiveness towards you. Gaslighting is people removing you from your family and your friends. Gaslighting is removing you from your family and friends and saying that they got this great job or they bought this beautiful house. They can't afford to live here. It's too expensive. I'm going to move to another area where is much more peaceful to live and I can afford it. And it's so far away from your life as you know it. But the way how they would do it is in a way that you cannot turn down their offer if you love them, if you want to be with them, if you care about them. They exploit your feelings. They exploit your whole entire relationship. Anything that they ever done for you, they would use that against you to get leverage for you to get onto their side. So I don't know. I never would say I want to be gaslighted. To be romanticized and with my husband or boyfriend, yeah, we could be romantic and you could say, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty. See, that's not being gaslighted. They're just giving you a really great compliment. They're in a good mood, you're in a good mood, or they're trying to get on your good side, but it's using different motives. So yeah, I understand when you say you want to be gaslighted, but some people want to be gaslighted when they know that they know, and they don't know how to fight it. So I'm just giving you guys a way to fight it and to get your way, and that's to use astrology to get your way. You just have to have middle ground with those type of people. Um, Before I knew how to change energy, I was dealing with the negative, but when I decided that no one can make my day bad, than me, then yeah. And you know what, Angel? And I do the same exact thing, and you don't need to know astrology language to do that. And one of the things that I've learned to do that makes my every single day way easier instead of having one event mess up my entire day. It's like too many hours in a day for let one event mess your day up. But instead of me doing it that way, what I did, I keep forgetting, and we have to all remember, whether y'all believe this part or not, we have to remember that we put these situations in our life for us to learn, not consciously. Not me, Shonda, today, June 26th, 2021, Saturn Day afternoon. No, I didn't put that in there, but my soul did. My soul did, because my soul knew of the other lives or whatever you want to say, but we want to ascend to a higher place. So we have to learn lessons here on earth. So we put certain energies in our life to teach. And that's why they say everything is a lesson, because it is. Especially those that seem most difficult. Whether they're gaslighting you or just out and out lying and manipulation. And especially, they tell you, one thing that I want people to also avoid is when someone tells you not to lose weight because they love your body. They rather you have meat on your bones. Yo. Yo, please eat healthy and drink your water and exercise for your health. So when you get in your 50s and 60s, you won't be having all these damn x-rays and have to go into the, what is that thing? Oh my God, Janet just told me about that. Oh my God, what is that? MRI machine. And, like, be healthy. Don't let nobody tell you that they like your stomach and your rolls on your back and your fat thighs, and there's nobody you want to stick or a bone. And I'm not telling you to be a stick or a bone, but don't let nobody tell you that if you know that you will be more healthier by getting your heart rate up, then exercise. If you know you've been drinking beer, alcohol, soda, sweet drinks, and all that kind of stuff, drink more water for your health, not for your man or your woman. I'm just saying. Let's just think about that. Um, Hi, Kai. So we put these things into our life. We put these situations into our life. We put these people in our life. But we don't want to do it. And the religious of us all, the religious people, whatever religion you are, you pray, right? So you pray, you use religion to pray, and you ask your God to change a thing, to make you a better person, to make you this, to fall in love, to have children, to get the best job, to whatever, right? And you should know nothing is just handed to you like that. So you know you have to earn it some kind of way. So he will place you into a relationship that you are in love with. But it's challenges. Those are lessons that you need to learn so that you could have a better relationship. But what do? We call people on the phone, we text, we watch things and say, is anybody else out there miserable like me? And I'm miserable, my man cheating. And anybody other boyfriend go in the bathroom and their cell phone rings? Okay, yeah, we could do that. I mean, temporarily, but overall, we met the person and we're in a relationship that we asked for. But there's lessons in it, so learn from it. And we don't be asking for that to be removed from you. Well, the only way I would say if for it to be removed from you is once you learn the lesson and you're good and you can move on in a healthy space, then you leave. But because something happened bad, don't feel sad and bad and stay in it and be miserable and thinking that because you didn't have anybody in 5 years or 10 years or you didn't have a job in so long that I'm just going to take this abuse. No, I'm not saying that. But I will say, if it is abusive, learn your lesson in it. Meaning, when I say learn your lesson, what is it in me that I have to do to not be abused or to be not to be treated this way or not to be talked to this way? What is it in me that I have to do? But people don't do that. People always point fingers at other people and say it's them. If only they would stop doing this, our relationship would be perfect. If only they stop, if he stopped calling his ex baby mama, then our relationship would be perfect. Well, no, not necessarily. He can call whoever he wants. His business has nothing to do with me. His life has nothing to do with me. And I know you guys think that it does, but it doesn't. Anyway, this video is really not about that. I'm just responding to the comments. Um, um, yes, I agree. I like the truth 100% way better. Well, I mean, the truth can be, and then beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Sophia. Some people might like people with meat on their bones, but like, if you are the person with meat on your bones, whether you're a man or woman, if you know that, I am not as healthy as I want to be. I know that I'm not exercising. I know that I'm chilling, Netflixing and chilling. I know that I'm doing it. I don't care what he says or she says. I know I need to be healthier. That's where you're starting from. You're not starting because he gaslighted you or she gaslighted you because they don't want you to lose weight because they probably could see your shape and your form. And if they think you're beautiful at that weight, they're gonna see that you could be even more sexier and beautiful. Y'all really should like watch these either YouTube videos or certain shows that when like you'll see a really sexy guy with a not attractive woman or vice versa, but then you see their before picture, they were like fat, out of shape, no tan. But then they got better and they're still staying with those people. And so a lot of people have fear that the only reason why they wanted me because they were fat. So they're gonna take my mess because nobody else gonna want you looking the way I take you and your kids. When nobody else won't want you. Got too many kids. Do y'all ever see, or if any of y'all been pregnant or know a pregnant person that met a person with a big pregnant belly and that man was still with him when the baby like turned 18, the kid, and that's the only father they knew because she met them when they were pregnant. So if a man can meet you when you're pregnant with obviously another man's kid, it's because that's what they're saying. No other man is not going to want you with your kids. So a man can meet a woman who's pregnant with a big belly, knowing everybody can see, and he still be with her. Or when you just have the baby, or when your kid is 3 years old, like people can want you. That is a lie. That's a gaslight when they tell you That nobody not going to want you because you don't have enough education and you didn't get your high school diploma or you don't have enough money or the way how you speak. No one is going to think that you're smart and intelligent. The way how you look, nobody wants somebody with a flabby back. Your breast too big, your penis too small, your butt not big enough. I want you that way. I love you that way. See, I took you with all of your body flaws. But how many other men will want you? How many other women will want you? Gaslight. I'm just saying. Just gaslight. Just gaslight. They're just gaslighting. So we know we don't ever want to be gaslighted. We want the truth, but everybody not going to say the truth. People going to want to say what we want to hear. You say what you think another person want to hear. I mean, that's just a natural human trait. That's fine. But what I'm saying is with the manipulation, because they're not going to just say how beautiful you are. They'll say some extra stuff. You're so beautiful. But you're beautiful to me. You're handsome to me. You're so handsome. You're so sexy. You do have a small penis, but I'm okay with that because you still make me feel good. Yo, you just gaslighted me because you're telling me that although my manhood is not a certain size that I guess it should be, that only you, it's a small segment of society, would like me that way. So since you like my small manhood, maybe I should stay with you longer and put up with you longer because I don't have too much of a chance with the widespread of society of women. You see, I'm just telling y'all how ways that people could easily gaslight that y'all know and probably forgot. Not that you guys don't know, please. My videos are not for people who say, oh, they don't know this stuff. I got to tell them, no, it's about what you either forgot or this is sleeping within you or another perspective. But see, you're going to believe it. Y'all think that because we're consciously talking about it or I'm constantly hearing it or whatever for me, that you could find out if you're being gaslit. If you have an insecurity, you're going to tell your boss or your lover your insecurity. Don't y'all understand that you're going to tell them? Because we are taught to be in relationships by being open and honest about ourselves and telling our secrets and stuff like that. And y'all might say, I would never tell my secret. Yes, you will. Eventually, you're going to tell your man your secret. Yes, you will. You're going to say something to your boss. Eventually, you're going to just expose a little bit more of who you are inside and how you felt. Yes, you are. So when you do that, don't do that. Because what they're going to do is they're learning you. And I know you say, I want them to learn me. I want them to know who I am. I want this unconditional love. I want them. I know you want that. But that's not how you get it. It's a, I was about to curse. It's a gosh darn give and take. They give a little, you give a little, you take a little, they take a little. It's not unbalanced position of power and control where you know very little of them and you feel that if I tell you more things about me, you're going to tell me more things about you. So I'm going to get what I want by trying to manipulate you by telling you, look, this happened to me. I was bankrupt. I lost all my money. So you don't have to worry about being, if you lose all your money because I was bankrupt. And you're telling that you were bankrupt to a person that can use it against you later on when you are not lovey-dovey or when you're trying to save your relationship or save your job. You're telling the person that because you're trying to get them to open up about their finances. Stop. You're causing yourself to be gaslighted because you're trying to gaslight in a good way because you're trying to open up this person. But there's other methods you can use without screwing yourself over. That's what my whole point is. Don't get screwed over, man. Don't get gaslight. Avoid being gaslighted. Use astrology. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this part of the video, just responding from the comments. But I am still trying to give you guys as much information in different ways for me to say this thing so that you guys could understand what I'm saying. And one thing, don't be gaslighted. One thing I could tell y'all that is not going to, I know is going to go in one ear out of the other for some people. I know you're looking for love. I know you're looking for a relationship. I know you're looking for the best kind of job for you. I know you're looking for these things. I know you're waiting. I know you're waiting. And I know people don't like to be patient and wait. And then you be patient and you don't get what you thought you were waiting for. I've been patient for that and I'm not getting it. And I get it. And when you finally get it, they have every single thing what you want. But how the universe is doing you, they're going to give you everything you want except your biggest lesson. So it's going to be this one bad thing. Now that's with the karmic relationships and all that kind of stuff. But be careful of giving your soul away to, like, giving information, not giving your soul away, giving information from your soul away to other people who you don't really know what they're going to do with that information. That's why people in divorces, that's why in any kind of breakup and divorces, and when you get fired for your exit interview, that's why they know all this stuff about you, because you done told all this stuff about you. And then you know stuff about them. Now maybe they have a leverage because you spoke more than they did. But that's how y'all think we know all this stuff when we get mad at each other. How you think we know? Because we tell too much stuff. Create us. If you a person who tell too much stuff about yourself, you just can't help it. I don't know why you can't help it, because my Scorpio self don't expose. But create another persona. Create another persona, meaning create a alter ego, which everybody have an alter ego, by the way. But create that alter ego and tell from that point of view. So they're never going to know your real secrets. That's just a Scorpio thing. I'm sorry. I just looked at somebody made a comment. Okay. So yeah. Create a alter ego. Which the quickest way is, this video is not about alter egos, but since I did say that, and some people might want to know how to do it from a Scorpio's perspective, the easiest way to create an alter ego is look in the house where your sun is at. Now, that's a quick way to do it. And then from that place, since you're familiar with that area of life already, from that place, that's how you can share yourself. But people are like, well, why should we not share ourselves? We're supposed to be open and free and share and love. And how are we going to have a relationship if it's not like that? I just want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how have that been working for you? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So yeah, I know I'm over a little hour, but I have missed talking to you guys on my live chat. And some people, I don't really know their energy because I don't really go live that much. It's not your fault, it's mine. So I'm talking a little bit more on here, just expressing my views as a Scorpio person using astrology. And doing all these things on my own, and currently going through the same things that you guys are going through, and as a reminder to myself to keep that part of me awake. Now, not with a guy gaslighting me, but primarily with work, of learning different personalities or energies at work that I don't like. Man, if you don't like it, lump it. It ain't about for you to like nothing. It's about you to learn your lesson, so that any situation, when that presents itself again, you will know how to deal with it, or you probably won't even notice it. But we don't want to do that. We want to cry and complain and go to other people and tell them how miserable and sad we are because we're trying to look for an imperfect thing to be perfect. 1 + 1 = 2 all day. How am I going to expect my mate or my boss or my immediate supervisor or my child, or how am I going to expect an imperfect thing that was created imperfect with flaws? I'm created with flaws myself. How am I going to expect them to do everything right once I meet them, once I meet this person, I will be straight. Once I meet a person who don't lie, who don't cheat, who don't talk bad or down to me, who don't treat me in an abusive way, who respects me to the utmost. Once I meet that person, I'll be okay. Really? Really? Mm. On a scale of 1 to 10, how lucky are you? What is your success rate? Because you're making a perfect plan from imperfect things. It's like I want to buy $100,000 house and I only got $30,000. I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. And I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. And I'm going to make that dollar out of 15 cents. You know how much work you're going to have to do to get $1 out of 15 cents? That's an old school saying. But what I'm trying to do is that what I have and what I am trying to get and obtain a thing that I need to work way more on before I can reach that goal. But what I'm going to do, because I just think I could do it by giving my love and being honest and being loyal, and see, that's all I'm saying. So I cannot expect that person to give me anything because they are imperfect as I am. So an imperfect plus another imperfect is not going to make one perfect being. An imperfect plus another imperfect is going to be a whole bunch of BS. Hey, yo, anybody, even somebody who hating on my video right now, if it seemed like I am ranting instead of explaining and expressing my Mercury in Libra in the 10th house, because that's what I am doing. But if it seemed like I'm ranting, type 1. I'm not going to get offended because I actually called this into my life by asking the chat. If it seemed like I'm ranting, press 1. Hey, lucky ladybird. We're not all trying to figure nothing out. She said, or he said, I can't see. We are all trying to figure it out at the end of the day. No, we all are not. Maybe you are. Yo. No, we're not trying to figure nothing out. There are ways and tools and things we can use to figure it out. One is astrology. Meaning one is the energy of the universe and how the astrology is the relationship between two things, how they relate. Do they get along? Do they not get along? Is it a lesson? Is it an opportunity? Is it somebody going to support you and encourage you? That's astrology. You have two separate things and then you have something in between to describe what that relationship is going to look like. I'm sorry. Lucky Ladybird, I didn't mean to put all that on you. That's just my Capricorn moon. That's all, Lucky. But guess what, Lucky? Ladybug. Ladybird, my bad. Guess what? It's not we don't have to try to do anything. We just can figure it out. All we have to do is attempt to obtain more tools for our tool belt, for our arsenal, so that we can have this, so we can have it at our fingertips, so we can produce the change that we want, in opposed to trying to figure it out, because it'll take more time and more anxiety and angst and stress to try to figure it out. That's delaying the manifestation, that's delaying the problem. So when I see that word trying, it's just a trigger for me. Anybody could have said it. And I don't like saying it. I used to say it all the time, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to do. And I realized through the art of the law of attraction that every time I say I'm trying to do something, I'm only delaying it and I'm not attracting what I want into my life. So I do that. So please don't take offense. To each his own. Thank you. I mean, I don't, y'all could tell me, type 1 in there. Life doesn't need to be that cryptic. Well, you know what? Now, Shona, I gotta agree with Lucky Ladybird. To each his own. Or she said to each is his own. To each his own. Yeah, to each is own. See that you could have took the cryptic and that person, see, this is my Mercury and Libra. You could have took it in a way that is being cryptic, and that person, ladybug, bird. I knew somebody named Ladybug. That's why I keep saying ladybug, ladybird. Um, that person is not. So the thing about it is, now guess what? Is, you know what? Right now, y'all can fix this energy, because whatever sign lucky ladybird is, just to let you know, shown as a Gemini, whatever sign she is and your sign, that's astrology right there. And you guys could fix it and change it instantly by using the tool of an aspect to find out what your sun sign is and what her sun sign is. And you could automatically see how to fix it. If you chose to, if you chose the blue pill, you a Scorpio? Well, that's why. I'm sorry for everybody else who's listening. Now they just trigger my astrology in me. I'm sorry. I got to do this. All right. So lucky Lady Bird is a Scorpio, as am I. And guess what, lucky Lady Bird? Now we're going to gang up on Shona, because that's what, that's what these Geminis and these Aries make us do. But it's a quincunx. And so what our lesson is, because we're not going to really gang up because we don't want that bad karma. We want to have good intentions. So it's a quincunx between a Scorpio and a Gemini, and a Scorpio and an Aries. Everybody, y'all, on his chat has a quincunx. And all it means is that we have to adjust or manipulate in a good way. We got to change how we're communicating and how we're seeing a thing. And that's a lesson. So I made myself learn and understand what are the things that's bothering me about Geminis and Aries, and what I could benefit from an Aries and a Gemini being in my life. And as a result of me doing that, I no longer have problems with Aries and Geminis. I know I said that fast, but it did not happen fast. Trust me. Oh my gosh, it took a very long time. I should put that video up about Scorpios and Geminis. I will not gang up on you, Shonda. No, I was talking about lucky lady bird or that energy. Shona is a Gemini. Geminis communicate. That's why I keep seeing her talk. That's what they do. So anyway, getting back to my point of the gaslighting, avoid being gaslighted by using astrology to do so. And now we just did this little thing of the Scorpio Gemini quincunx. A quincunx is spelled, if you ever want to look it up or study it, it's QUIN, like Nancy, CUN, like Nancy, X. And y'all can look it up. And every zodiac sign has a quincunx. Every zodiac sign has one. And we are above the students of astrology. We are above saying we don't like people, okay, or we can't stand a person. We're talking about energy, right? Because we can manipulate and change energy. We can't change people, but we could change energy. So once you understand and realize that energy, whatever your quincunx is, it won't bother you as much as it always did for many, many years, all your life. I would, hi, Elo, Lo, GV. I was just searching it up. Oh, a quincunx? Yes. It's on, you don't even gotta look it up. Well, you can look up and explanation of it. But lucky, look up Aries. Just don't, okay. I'm telling you what it is. It's Aries and it's Gemini for Scorpios. All you have to do is don't look nothing up first. Don't look up stuff first. Don't use apps and all that. Use your own energy. So what you do is you go back in time, or maybe current. How many Aries suns or moons do you know? How many Gemini suns or moons do you know? How did you guys relate to each other? Do it that way. And then you will automatically have your own interpretation, because we have to use our own interpretations, not from somebody else's. And when we look them up and we use apps, we're using a human being's interpretation, not the definition. The definition is an adjustment to energy. If I want to take the highway, because I'm a highway person, we're both getting to the same spot. A quincunx is you're both getting to the same thing, the same end goal or whatever, right? So what you're doing is that I'm a highway person and you are a local person that want to stop at every light and people driving crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a highway person and you're a local person, and we have both our own vehicles, or we might be in the same vehicle, but we're going to the same place, but we're using different avenues to get there. Now, if we are higher vibrational selves in that moment and we're feeling more good, we're like, okay, I'll meet you over there. You go that way, I'm gonna go that way. Okay, fine, cool. But if we're not, we just our regular selves, we don't understand this energy. Why you want to drive on the highway? It's not safe. It's not, why you want to drive local? And then we argue about that. And then we got a beef about it. And it happened so fast. Look how fast it happened with you and Shona Mona. You see what I'm saying? And the same thing with Aries, with Scorpio. So the quickest way to know your quincunx, start with your zodiac sign and count 5 signs on your right, 5 signs on your left. And there's your quincunx. 5 signs on your right, clockwise, 5 signs on your left, counterclockwise. That's your quincunx. So for people who don't know what a quincunx is and hear me say this is a quincunx, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, that's why? Yeah, that's why. But also with your quincunx, it's like, you know how you and your sisters or your cousins, like y'all all hate your grandmother because your grandmother mean or your grandfather mean, and y'all call him all kind of names when y'all around each other. But when somebody else say, your grandfather mean, y'all all want to beat him up for saying your grandfather mean and calling grandfather means names when y'all do it all the time. So with your quincunx, even though y'all not exactly in sync and on the same kind of lane in the beginning of a thing, and you do it different ways and you got to make adjustments and all that kind of stuff, Scorpios always protect Aries. Aries always protect Scorpios. And Scorpios always take it for Geminis, and Geminis take it for Scorpios if they feel that they are threatened in some kind of way. Like, I could do it. I could call them jerks, but you can't call them a jerk. It's that type of energy. And when they do finally make these adjustments and finally get on the same page and finally at the destination, then they are great together. So if you are dating or in love with your quincunx, just understand, and at the same time, you want to kill them, but you're so overprotective over them. What you got to understand is the lesson is that we have to adjust. This thing could work out. We have to adjust. And once we clear that all up, and you remember to change energy of a relationship, both parties do not have to agree. Energy is very, very strong. Everything is created out of energy. So the more energy that you use, the stronger that it becomes. So you don't need couples counseling for y'all to both agree with the counselor to do a thing to change each other. That's you don't have to do, I'm not saying don't get couples counseling, but I'm saying it's not a thing that's needed. Like, I need you to cooperate and you to cooperate for us to cooperate. No, you can utilize your energy by learning astrology and learning energy so that you could change the energy. So if I'm in love with a quincunx, so I'm having a problem with a quincunx, I just know that we're going to have beef. Now, I don't know anybody who met me from Dolo the Pilot Man, but Dolo the Pilot Man, anytime you talk about Scorpios and I'm on there, I'm going to say something because he's an Aries. And the way how you talk about Scorpios or the way I'm taking it, it's like you be messing with the Scorpios too much or the 8th house too much and stuff like that. But at the same time, he's not going to let anybody disrespect me if I'm on his channel, blah, blah, blah. But I may not like the way he started things and he might not like my way. But we could work well together. Think about your quincunx. 5 signs counterclockwise, 5 signs clockwise. Start from your sign. That's your quincunx. So it won't be the two signs next to your opposite sign. I was going to say that, but okay. So they said it. All right. Or see, a lot of people don't know opposite signs. GV. Everybody don't know. Everybody don't know that. All right. So if you know about the positions of the chart and the degrees, then yeah, 180 degrees away from you, from your circle on the chart, it's a circle. 180 degrees is your opposing sign. So mine is the reason why I know it's Gemini and Aries, or really fast, is that I'm thinking if you count 5 this way and 5 that. No? Okay. Anyway, here's another way that might be quicker. So my opposing sign is Taurus. So on one side of Taurus is Aries. On the other side of Taurus is Gemini. So those are my QUINCUNX because it's 150 degrees apart. And 150 plus 30 is 180. 180 is the opposite of it's half of the circle. So you could say 3 times 5, 5 times 30. I'm sorry, and that's 150 degrees. So you could do it that way, yes. But I was just showing another way. I'll say you're a Taurus and opposite. So Libra and Sag. Yes, exactly. So by you being a Taurus, if you're looking, you got to look at the energy of Libra and Sagittarius, not the people, because you don't want to get, like, I guess, rocked to sleep. Just so you can understand the energy, think of the energy of Libras and Sagittarius in your life. Either you knew them before, you dealing with them now, or in the future when you have to deal with them. Okay? Look at it that way. But if you have to deal with a lot of Sagittarius and Libras, then that's one of your biggest life lessons. So it's a Sagittarius and Pisces for me. What is your sign? The Sag and Pisces. It can't be Sag and Pisces because that's 3. It have to be 1. It's going to your sign, LO. My mama and sis are Aries. See, look at Lucky. Lucky Ladybird. She learned how to change that QUINCUNX energy around, and it worked instantly. And guess what, lady? Lucky, you did not have to have Shona cooperate with you in order for you to make it better. That is why we go off of energy and not people, because we'll get tripped up and be rocked to sleep. The real divine masculine. You're Scorpio. Hey, Venus flytrap. Start with your sign. You can go up in the opposite, or you can go to the other thing. But this is for people who talk about astrology. Hopefully everybody knows that. But my thing is, I come on here, share my info, and trust me, I'm going to use it, whether you guys use it or not. My We Are the World, We Are the Future. You know that song, right? It's old. It's called We Are the World. My Aquarius energy in me think that we all could be better if we share and don't keep things from each other, and thinking that if we share secrets, if we share tools and skills with other people, that somebody gonna steal something from us. Copying and stealing are 2 different things. I don't like when people copy me because I feel like I'm original and I don't like you copying me. But then when I notice you're copying me, I'm a damn Scorpio. Come on. I could transform in like 5 times in one day. You will be following and copying everything. And then I just got to do something that you cannot copy. And then you'll stop. And it's each individual person. So I can't say the one thing. Shona, yours are Capricorn and Scorpios. You're a Scorpio, the real divine masculine. So you gotta check with Aries and Geminis. And then your QUINCUNX also, you're gonna find that even if you don't know them as the people themselves personally, their energy that they're going to give off, you're going to know that oh too well. So, and then guess what? Some kind of way you're going to admire something about them. Oh, I had to struggle with QUINCUNX for so long, y'all. I was like, what in the HE double hockey stick do I have to admire about an Aries or a Gemini? They better admire me. I mean, oh my gosh, when I found out I was an Aries North Node, I wanted to stop studying I mean, this was years ago, but I wanted to stop studying astrology. I was like, okay, I'm going to be the biggest debunker of astrology ever, man. How dare you say I'm supposed to be like an Aries? How dare you? And then I understood that it's not supposed to be like that zodiac sign. It's the energy and the characteristics and traits of the zodiac sign of what an Aries is. But I was looking at all these Aries people that I'm QUINCUNX with and I had a problem with. And I'm like, be like them? No way. Hell no, yo. Please. And I kept having Aries in my life, Aries in my life. So I must have wanted to choose the red or blue pill because I brought that to my life to understand that energy. And now I understand the energy. And then I learned about what a quincunx is. It's 150 degrees from your sun. I understood what that is. And then I worked it out. And now I don't care. And you guys could do it too. Not only psychic DNA, lucky people was actually copying like my hairstyle, like stupid stuff. Yeah, it's copying my hairstyle and this. And I'm like, come on. It's like 50 trillion hairstyles you can get. Stop copying my hairstyles. You know, stupid stuff. It was like getting on my nerves because it was a lot of things all the time. Every time I did something, they did it. But anyway, so yeah, I am talking now live to the chat for whoever's interested in me talking live to y'all. I am going to kind of probably edit the video and stop at the time that I'm talking to people. When I do, hold on, let me finish this thought out. When I do upload the video, whenever YouTube process it, so it might be tonight, tomorrow, but it will be chopped off at the chat. But I gotta say this. I have to say this. Somebody said, because I invited somebody to come on my video, their energy, right? And then we had some kind of tension conflict. And then they said, so what? Are you lonely? Is that why you want me to come on your video? I said, I got the biggest soul group in real life of actual people I can touch, smell, and taste that I don't ever have to be lonely for you or anybody. I know astrology, which is my 11th house. Whatever planet and sign is in my 11th house will never make me lonely. I have a doggone digital soul group, meaning that I'm on YouTube, and not only that, I'm on other people's YouTube chat. Why would I be lonely? But then I said, wait, why are you being on defensive, Shonda? Did they hit a soft spot? See, that's me. I want to develop every little piece of me and I want to transform it. That's the Scorpio energy. But I said, am I, what? I know I'm not lonely, but why did it bother me that they said that? Is it something that I don't ever want to project? Yeah, okay. I'm not going to tell y'all my mind, where my mind, it was all deep, 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 deep. And yeah, I figured it out and it didn't bother me anymore. But I'm not telling everybody to do that because, especially my air signs, they are not going to do that. They're not going to take a thought and go so deep, 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 like a doggone Scorpio or a water sign or earth sign would do. It's going to go up, up, up and out into the air to it like disappear. And then something else going to be right in its place right after that. So I know that I'm not suggesting that everybody do that. Yeah, Kai. Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, thank you, Lucky Ladybird. I do sometimes. You do sometimes what? Get real deep or go extroverted? One of my life goals was to turn all my extroverted signs and get into their deep side. Oh, it's my life goal to turn all my Aries, Leos, Sagittariuses, Geminis, Aquariuses, and Libras to get to their inner emotion. I will not stop. I'm relentless. How you doing? Oh, I'm good. How are you? No. If you a dog on air sign or fire sign, yeah, no. No, I asked you, how are you? No, I said I was good. No, no. What's good then? What's good about how you're doing right now? If they can't tell me anything good, then they're not good. It's only good or bad, right? Or indifferent, but and then it's not that I'm looking for a bad. I just want you not telling the truth. You're not being your real authentic self. You're saying you're good. And he's like, okay, well, what if they say something like, oh, I could do better, or I'm all right. Well, then that'll make it easier for me to really go in. I'm gonna go in either way. I'm just joking. I'm joking, but not joking. I'll be live later, woke weekends. La La Land, especially Libra and Sagittarius. If you want to try to get, if you're a water or earth sign and you're trying it the easiest way, the easiest tactic, maybe I should do a doggone easiest way video. I don't know, Shona, please text me a messenger so I can remember to do that. Anyway, the easiest way to break through this, or the easiest way to get to this, or easiest way to get to that. I think I should do a video like that. But the easiest way for a water sign or earth sign to get through or break through a fire or air sign is go to their moon. And if they have the same moon as their sun, it's going to be doubly easily because you don't have to interpret two different things and blend it together. You'll just know that they're Leo sun, Leo moon. Aries sun, Aries moon. And you know they're just really super Aries. So it's easy. You gotta learn the energies. Don't learn zodiac signs from people that y'all used to know or y'all know, because that's where you're gonna be rocked to sleep. Learn the zodiac energies, how they operate, how the energy operate, and how we need all 12 of them to be whole. We cannot take away one zodiac sign energy. If we take any away, we're going to be an incomplete human. That's why on everybody's chart, we have all the zodiac signs around the chart, because we need each energy. If we didn't have Aries to get stuff started, how will we ever get something started? If we did not have Aries, that's what the Aries are, the starters, the initiators of everybody. If we did not have Aries, how will we even wake up and get out the doggone bed and start our day? Right? If we didn't have, now I'm going to do all of them, sorry. So y'all can get off if y'all want to hear me do all of them. I'm about to do all of them. If we did not have Tauruses, then how can we express our love and make our money and socialize? That's a big part of our life. Love, money, socialization. That's what Tauruses are about. If we didn't have that, how could we function as a human? And we didn't have Geminis, we wouldn't communicate or think. Come on. We wouldn't be able to drive our cars. We wouldn't be able to make friends with our neighbors. And your neighbor is not only your neighbor next door. Your neighbor could be like how they used to say in school or in church or some place like that. Like, talk to your neighbor or say hi to your neighbor. You know, your neighbor is the person that's close to you. We wouldn't have that if we didn't have Gemini. Now, y'all know we didn't have Cancers. Okay, so none of our mothers will be nurturing, or whoever our caretakers, we won't have no nurturing. We won't have no sense of home, no sense of our roots or roots. We won't have a childhood. We won't have no foundation for adulthood if we didn't have a Cancer. And now y'all know we didn't have Leo. Our lives would be the most boringest, dullest, plainest humdrum life ever. because there would not be any entertainers, any performers. Then our country won't be safe because we won't have any soldiers or people in the military. We won't have any fun. We won't really want to work out and exercise and get our bodies right. It was all the life of the party. I gotta say it, it's the truth. And we didn't have Virgo. Yo. Nothing would be structured. We would not have the lines. We would not know how to drive. I know in certain countries they don't have the lines in the streets. Everybody drive all crazy, willy-nilly. But we won't have structure. We won't have stop sign. We won't even know to drink water and be healthy and go to the doctor. You know, we won't know how to be of service to other people. That's all Virgos want to do. I know y'all think they just want to be perfect all the time, but Virgos want to be in service. That's why you have a lot of Virgos who work in hospitals, or Virgo moons work in hospitals and certain institutions and stuff like that because they want to serve people. They just don't show it because they're Earth. They're inside. They're introverted. Remember, introverted. Yeah, we won't have any structure. We won't. Our houses will be messy, or we won't know how to clean stuff and sanitize stuff. And I'm just giving y'all brief stuff. If we didn't have Libras, we would not have a legal system now. Let's just say this. We know that, you know, the legal system not fair to everybody. But how fair is not, we won't have it at all. Anybody, it'd be like that movie Purge. Everybody could do what they want and nothing won't happen. So, you know, you got to have a balance of things, and you got to have some sense of justice. And I'm not going to get into that because then that's going to make us get into all these other issues. But yeah, we won't have that, and we won't have relationships. We won't have a best friend. That's Libra. We won't have best friends. We won't have boyfriend and girlfriend. We won't have marriages. We won't have collabs, partnerships. Right? And we didn't have Libras. I'm just saying, I'm at the 7th sign. So just tell me what sign from that 1 through 7 that we could do it out. I'm just asking. Just throw a sign up there from sign 1 through 7. What sign could we do it out? Scorpio. If y'all didn't have people like me and Lucky and the real divine masculine, if y'all didn't have these Scorpios, y'all wouldn't even be in here on video on my chat because y'all wouldn't exist, because you need us to populate sexually the world. So we didn't have a sex drive, and we didn't want to manifest a baby from having sex with one entity, another entity that can have babies. We wouldn't be here. So I'm gonna say about that. I'm only saying that because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm gonna say all these things about Scorpio. So I move on. Sagittarius is, we would not want to ever. We wouldn't understand. We wouldn't have our own way of thinking, our own philosophy. Our own philosophy. When I say philosophy, when y'all studying astrology and it says Sagittarius is about philosophy, y'all think about Plato and Socrates, not the philosophers, although Sagittarius love studying that, but it's not that philosophy. It's your way of your philosophy. What is your life's philosophy? How do you think about life? Like we were talking about the 7th house of injustice. You know, maybe my philosophy is that there should not be any racism. Maybe my philosophy is that nobody should wear red shoes, or that's my life's philosophy, and it's at the highest spiritual thought. If we didn't have that, come on. We need Sagittarius. We need Sagittarius energy. Okay? So we didn't have that. How could we be a complete human? From all of these, I'm on the 9th sign. We wouldn't want to travel from our community where we from to another far place. We wouldn't travel. We wouldn't know other cultures, and you know, we wouldn't experience different people speaking different languages. We would just be right here in our local area like Gemini energy is. We need Gemini, but we can't just only have that. right? Because we got people who want to also travel and broaden their horizons and stuff like that. Capricorns, if we did not have Capricorn, now come on. I don't care what y'all say. If we did not have Capricorn energy, we would not have a government. Now, I'm not talking about the government like the Trump and the Biden. I'm not talking about that type of government. I'm saying we would not have the order of our states and countries being governed. Now, the people in there, that's a whole different story, but we need to have some kind of rules and structure on how society need to work. We can't just do what we want. I mean, we could purge, have that purge night where we could do whatever you want and we don't get in trouble. But since that's not in real life, we got to have that. We got to always have goals and we want to always achieve things and we always want to master our plan. That's that Capricorn energy. I just want to know. Let me just look and see what sign don't we need. And we're on a 10th sign. Yes, I am money long. If you've been listening from the first sign into the last sign, I want to know what sign can we do it out. And you can explain that. And then 11th. Okay, if we didn't have Aquariuses, there's no way, no how will we have the ability nor the capability to come together like we're doing right now on anybody's channel. We wouldn't be able to do it if we didn't have Aquariuses. Aquariuses is a group of a thing that everybody within that group shares the same goal. Okay? It could be a group of any life form, not anything, any life form. Extinct animals. So you want that fur coat. Aquarius is not okay with that. For you to kill an animal to get the fur coat. Because the animal is extinct. They're humane. They don't want you just cutting down the trees to make a building. Because they know that the trees is a life form and it benefits humans. And then it's also social. We're all being social and networking. Look in your 11th house and see what planet is there and see what zodiac sign is there. So you could see how you are part of a group. What role do you play in a group? Are you the leader of the group? Are you the group that get the party started? Are you the group that a part of the group that always get all deep and make everybody around you get deep? I mean, what part do you play? That's why I always say, look in your 11th house. You will never be lonely. You will never be bored because you just go to your group that you already have interest and everybody had a like-minded interest the same as you. Also, Aquarius rules astrology. Aquarius and a planet lord of Uranus rules astrology. So, but anyway, we wouldn't have astrology, one. We would not be grouped together talking about one particular cause. Whether we agree or not agree is not the point, is that we are all talking about one thing. And it's, how many social groups there are in this world? And that's what you can do. If you're lonely, look at your 11th house, your planet, and your planet in there, and your the zodiac sign in there. And you lonely, and you collect rabbits in people's backyards and save them so they don't die. I don't know. Find a group that collect rabbit ears. I don't know. Or save the bunnies because they cute. The teeth. And I don't know. But whatever you're interested in, look in your 11th house for the planet and a zodiac sign, and you can find out what you are interested in, and then find a group. It's so easy. Use astrology. Maybe, Shona, I did say write that down, but easy ways to figure the many uses of astrology. Write that down for me. Or Kai or Janet. Like, write that down for me so I can remember. The many uses of astrology. You never be lonely. So if you lonely and you sad and you depressed about your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, somebody, some person, somebody's energy, go to your 11th house. Get out of it. It'll take you out of it because you're being around people that they all agree with you. It's like the easiest thing. So we need that. Now, let me see if somebody did put a sign that we could live without. Oh, Money Long said we don't need Gemini. So you must not have heard what I said about Gemini. Oh, thank you. Light Riot Production. Thank you. Um, if we didn't have Gemini, we wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be on that motorcycle you want so bad money long. You wouldn't be able to be riding that motorcycle or the bike or a car or Mercedes or I don't know, whatever cars y'all like. You wouldn't be able to take the train, bus, your feet, a wheelchair. If you didn't have Gemini energy, you wouldn't be able to communicate and talk. You can't even use sign language because that's a form of communication. Yes, we do. We need all of them. See, you see, you got to go from looking at these zodiac signs as people. That's where you getting lost is energy. Right, Veronica? Or I call you Veronica. I like Veronique. Veronique, you need to say your name so I can say it right one day. You said you're with an Aquarius. You're with an Aquarius person that has that zodiac sign. Do you understand Aquarius energy? That's your real question. So I'm with a person who has Aquarius energy. That's what you should say. So you can get a better understanding of that person you went so that you don't get gaslighted. They don't gaslight you. Anyway, don't say you don't like it because look on your chart and you'll see where your doggone Gemini is at. So you have it in you, whether you like it or not. Pisces, where would we be? And I'm not just saying this because they're my trines. They're my siblings in water. I'm not gaslighting the Pisces. But the energy of Pisces, where would we be if we did not have that energy? We need somebody not to judge us. Don't y'all know as human beings, we do things that's very, very bad, sacrilegious, illegal, not good for our bodies, and all that kind of stuff. We're poor, homeless. And if we didn't have Pisces energy, we didn't have that energy in us because look on your chart where your Pisces is at so you can see where it plays out. If we didn't have that energy, and we start judging them because they're poor or we don't want to help society who needs that help because we judge them. We need energy not to judge people and to look above and beyond the act that they're involved in or that they did and see them more than a naked eye see because Pisces are empathic. So they could feel the feelings of other people. That's why they cannot judge so harshly another person's deeds or actions because they will not judge their own that way. They have an explanation of why they did a thing. They have a reason why they did a thing. So they also know that the person has a reason as well. So it's non-judgmental. If we did not have that energy. Yeah, I know we could also do low vibrational stuff on people and say what's the bad part of energy, but why? Why? What would that benefit? So we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have people who, when we do tell these things to, that they're not going to tell anybody because they hide. They hide people's, I like saying the ills of society. They hide it and they want to make it better. And then their planet ruler is, well, it's Jupiter first, but that is Neptune. So where would our spirituality come from? How will we look at our souls? We wouldn't even have a conversation about any of this stuff. We wouldn't feel certain things like y'all might call a coincidence. But you won't have these feelings of these insights because it's your psychic ability. Some people have strong psychic ability. Some people have in the middle. Some people have low, but everybody has it. Look at your house where your Pisces at, and then I guarantee you that you're not going to judge, that you're going to give people a pass. Look in the house where your Pisces is at. That's how you can know for sure. Yeah, Shay, we do. We need all the signs. We need all this energy. So it's not a situation where it won't be intellectual for us to diminish the zodiac as people, as human beings. I dated this zodiac sign. I dated that when my boss was this zodiac sign. So I don't like all the people who have this zodiac sign. Like, we're limiting our intellectual capability by looking at a zodiac sign as a human being. Now, what you do want to look at as a human being, you've got the planets as a human being first, where they're from, and you will understand the energy. So I could say that you will understand the energy of the zodiac and how that planet is expressed. So what planet are you from? What planet is that person from? So understand the planet, you can understand the person better, because the planets are more psychological things, right? So if you trying to really understand why you don't get along with a zodiac sign, I wouldn't go that way. I would look at their planet and understand where they're from. Like, we're human beings, earthlings, so we're all from Earth as our bodies, but esoterically, we are all from our original planets, and Scorpios are from Pluto and Mars. So understand, if you want to understand a Scorpio, that means that's how Pluto or Mars is expressed in human form as a Scorpio. Well, what does that mean as a Scorpio? And then you look at the energy, the traits and characteristics of a Scorpio. That's how you get the full picture. So if we limit ourselves and our knowledge base of, I don't like this person because they're this sign, you're going to eventually, I guess, run into a brick wall and be stuck at a dead end or whatever, because you're not going to be able to go further. But if you ever get stuck and you limit life like you do, and you need to get out of it, go to a Pisces. They will help you with the aid of Neptune. They will help you to be able to go further and be more universal. And then you go to an Aquarius after that. So I just wanted to, again, I haven't talked to you guys in so long. And I'm taking this whole extra time to do that and to get to know whoever's in my chat as well. Hey, y'all, you could like the video for YouTube purposes. I'm just looking. We have to have the whole pie. I'm glad you mentioned that. How do you know what level of psychic ability you have? I mean, how would you be able to measure that, Lucky? Because what? I'm going to tell you how much psychic ability you have by what? Because you're able to tell me things about myself that I don't know. So I'm like, wow, you're really psychic. Or I could say, oh, no, you're completely wrong and you're not psychic. Everybody is born with psychic abilities, meaning not psychic as a commercial use or definition of the word. Psychic meaning and the intuition, that gut. Your gut guides you. Your gut tells you stuff. That's your intuition. That's your psychic ability. Like that you could feel something or have a knowing of something without being shown or told. It's usually like some kind of warning signal or some kind of awareness notification of your soul. I guess you can call it that way. But it's not like, don't think of psychic as somebody is more psychic than you are. But the psychic, if you want to say of the zodiac, who they are, of course, it's Cancers, because Cancer is the third eye on chakra. Look at the study chakras and look at where the third eye is at. That's Cancers. So they are the seers. They are the psychics of the zodiac. Whether they believe it or not, they are naturally that way. And then you got the Scorpios and the Pisces. A lot of people say the Pisces are, but it's more proof that the Cancers are than the psychics. They have more, than the Pisces psychically. They have more intuition and stuff like that. Pisces could see and feel things universally of everybody. So they could be the psychic of the collective. So they could be around 10 people in a group and know how everybody feels. Some people say that that's psychic ability. It is, but it's not psychic as more as it is empathic. Like they could feel how everybody's feeling in the group. Everybody, you got 10 different emotions, and the Pisces could feel them all and could tell you and help you with your emotions. So that's why people take that commercialization of the word psychic and apply it to Pisces, because they're saying, well, how do you know? They know because they're feeling it. So it could be one person or many people. So that's why they call them psychic. But the Cancers are the psychics of the zodiac. Study that. You can believe or not believe, I don't, matter, but study it. that they are the chakra, they're the third eye. So, which everybody have a third eye. Oh, by the way, if you are a person that covers your forehead in between your eyebrows with hats or a scarf or a wrap, and if you're trying to, how can I say, if you're trying to be more esoterically or put your psychic abilities or whatever intuition to work, don't cover your head, don't cover your third eye, because you're covering it. I'm just looking over Stan Mocha. Hey. Sierra, hey. Yeah, I'm still on here. Yep, I go off my gut. Survival senses, Cancer Moon. Thank you, Overstand Mocha. Appreciating how you teach. Wonderful channel cream. When I have more, I'll get. Ah, yo, karma. You gave karma, yo. Don't worry about the dollar amount. Yeah, Pisces South Node. Yeah, well, remember your South Node is your low vibrational self. So we're not gonna pay too much attention to that unless you're willing to do work. So you could blend the energy of yourself to your north. So that's how it can help you. But you're not gonna just say, "Oh, I'm a so and so South Node," and then just go with that. Because that's not what you put in your life. You put your North Node in your life. Your South Node just came with you. Nobody asked you to come, South Node. But you here, I'm comfortable, we staying. No, your soul wants you to do your North Node. That's why you put your North Node in there. Anyway, so yeah, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancers are the more psychic. Why? More intuitive. Why? Because they're naturally intuitive, because they are introverted signs. They're feminine signs. Feminine, not in gender. Feminine meaning introverted, intuitive. So that's why it appears more that they have this ability. So does Virgo, Capricorn, and Tauruses. They're also feminine, meaning intuitive, introverted. You go into, it's something you go into. So just like think about outlets and plugs. All of the plugs in your house, your car, your charger, your car, those are all feminine input because it's input. And then whatever you insert the cord in there or insert your charger, those are the masculine because they are outputs, extroverted. That's all it means. It does not mean anything to do with your sexuality, your gender. It's just explanation of it. So I rather not say masculine, feminine. I rather say introverted and extroverted. Fire and air, extroverted. Water and earth are introverted. So that's why they seem to have more intuitive, because they go more into themselves. Like we go more into ourselves. So that's the yin, Y-I-N, right? Where the extroverted, the fire and the air, they more outward. They put things out in the world, right? And that's the yang. But guess what? Yin and yang goes together. Or they say opposites attract. So yeah. The real divine, since you're a Virgo North Node, you might need Taurus rising, depends on the houses too, Shona. I'm just looking at these messages. Hey yo, did I say I appreciate y'all coming on here yet? Sometimes I don't like saying that because people think that's the end of my video when I say thank you or appreciate it. It's not the end. I'm just thanking y'all, appreciating y'all to be in my 11th house. My 11th house is, my planet is Neptune. And the sign in there is Scorpio. So I got Neptune and Scorpio in the 11th house. So naturally, I'm going to talk about this kind of stuff with a group of people who shares that, who shares not the Neptune and Scorpio, but they share the Neptune energy, the universal, the spirituality, metaphysical, stuff like that. So I was destined to do something like this where I could talk to the collective about spirituality and astrology and stuff like that. So look at your 11th house. You could tell you won't ever get bored and lonely. It's like 2021. There's so many avenues and ways for us to find a group that is like-minded, that we into. So if you don't know, or you like saying, I have no idea, I don't know how to read my chart, well, look at the planet in there. Yo, so some people say I don't have no planet. I don't have a planet in my 11th house, so what? I'm just gonna be bored all my life? No, you don't have any planet in there. More than likely, you already know what you like. You don't gotta search for it. Already there. It's like, it's not a focus that you had in this life to try to find your group. You just naturally know what you want and all that, and like what kind of people you want to be around and stuff like that. But the energy of that house, the 11th house, even though there's not a planet, look at the cusp, look at the outside zodiac sign that is fusing and coming into that house. So if I just had a Neptune, but I'm sorry, if I just had a Scorpio and not a Neptune planet in my 11th, my Scorpio, that means that I'm going to be, my people, my kind of people are Scorpio energy. So they're like intense. They're true finders. They talk about sex all the time without blinking. Like it's not a shock. You know, we talk about transforming, and we're talking about how we are resourceful. Like I'll be talking about all that kind of stuff. But I'm using that energy of Neptune and 11 collectively to talk about all those things, to say how you guys could change and how you can get out of this and transform it into that instantly. Stuff like that. So that's how it's being expressed for me. Thank you. Light Ride Productions. I hope this is an okay question to ask. My moon in Capricorn, so is mine. Am I rising in Cancer? Oh gosh, I can't even finish. I'm not gonna finish that. Yo, you got a Capricorn moon with a doggone Cancer rising. I know you be like, why in the heck are these people really thinking I care about their problems? All right, anyway, let me finish. Coincidentally, my North Node is in Cancer. And my South Node is in Capricorn. Oh my God. So, oh my God. Okay. Really confused about the... Yeah. All right. And so you got a Capricorn moon. So they're not gonna understand. All right. And you know, soon the sun is gonna oppose our moon according to your degree. So all Capricorn moons, just chill. Just wait until the doggone Cancer sun pass us, our moons. Anyway, you're not understanding why they're coming to you and asking you for help. You like, these people really actually think I care about their problem. I'm not saying you don't care about people's problems, but people think you do because of what you show in your outside self. Like you really show interest some kind of way because you got a Cancer rising. Also, you got Cancer North Node. So that means that you need to have more Cancer traits and characteristics. Your South Node, again, question. Why these people coming to me like I care about their problems? I can't talk to you about your problems. I got work to do. I got stuff to do. You should be doing it. If you were focused on what you were doing, you would not have these kind of problems, because what I do, I solve problems. I am not trying to talk about problems all day and hear you whine and moan. Like fix yourself. That's what you really want to say. But see, your rising be stopping you from doing that. I don't know if that answered your question. If it did, let me know. Like your rising is gaslighting people. Oh my gosh. So your rising sign is gaslighting people because it's making them think You're rising, not you. Your rising is making them think that you care about their problems. Okay, I need to stop. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I totally get it. I'm not a Capricorn South Node. Um, but yeah. Um, um, oh yeah. HSS Spark of the Ghost says don't aspect your planets to your north nodes, which the way how I interpret it, I did not do that. So hopefully you noticed that. I interpret it all together to give you an answer to your question and how you could figure it out, especially because you got a cat moon. But I did not aspect it to anything. So I hope you get that part. Um, so to continue on what I was saying, when I say thank y'all and I appreciate y'all, I'm just saying that to let y'all know thank you and I appreciate you. Um, so but a lot, I guess people say that at the end of their video, and we're trained and conditioned to think that is the end. Because when somebody say thank you all for coming or thank you all for joining me, nah, I'm just want to say thank you, man. Thank you because you're in my 11th house. So you have awakened that energy in my 11th house. And I'm allowed to talk about metaphysical stuff and how you can use it to transform yourself and not stay in that condition and don't let people get over on you and gaslight you because you could use astrology as a psychological manipulation where you would turn it back on them. So you're killing the thing at the same time you are rebirthing the thing. You are borning a thing. That's what transformation is with Scorpios. People think that it's about death to a thing. It's death to a thing. It's death to a thing. What about the rebirth side? So y'all think something got to die and then we got to wait, and then it's going to reborn? No, it's simultaneously. First of all, we're not going to kill it until we know that we could change it to something else. So it's not death and then rebirth. It's death and rebirth. It's transformation at the same time. So when you speak to a Scorpio person, if they choose to, for the most part, they don't have a choice, but it's according to the situation. They could transform your situation and how you're feeling instantly because they want to kill that one thing in you and rebirth another thought into you. It's a manifestation as well. So look at where your Scorpio is at. Where do you do that in your life? That's how you understand these energies, y'all. Just look on your chart and see, where do I have that? Where do that play out in my life? So that y'all can stop saying that y'all don't like these signs. I can't stand Virgo and Scorpio. I hate Capricorns. I hate Aquarius. Yo, like, tell me what an Aquarius is. Tell me what a Pisces is. Tell me what an Aries is. How are we gonna hate a thing and don't like a thing and we don't even know about it? How many human beings do that? So I'm just saying, I just want you guys to dead a thing and make it different right away. I can't sugarcoat it. I want to say something I gotta keep it real. I need you to dead the way that people could gaslight you. Use astrology to actually freaking transform that situation and get yourself out of that situation instantly. And do it with courage. Use the power of Pluto, man. Use that energy from Pluto, use Scorpio energy, to change it instantly. But don't change it don't transform it like some temporary band-aid fix. Like, oh, I'm not gonna even worry about you. I'm not even gonna do with you today. Yeah, today. What about Sunday? What about tomorrow? What about Monday? See, no, you gotta transform it so it could be dead. You gotta kill a thing. It gotta be dead and stinking. Like you gotta be smelling the death of it. That's how dead it gotta be. And then the new thing is like a baby smell. Baby don't smell like nothing but baby, right? That's how you gotta do it. King Artaz. Thank you, King Artaz. My Sag Mercury is too blunt, sarcastic, and outspoken. If that works for you, Sierra, continue. If that's not working for you, look and see what area of your life, your personal life, your business life, the relationship with your family, the relationship with your friends, the relationship with you, with people in stores and calling customer service, like, outside. If that is messing you up, learn its lesson from it and change it. If not, be yourself, be you. You have given me strength. Oh, lucky. Okay. First house? You Scorpio rising? Your first house? All right, I'm answer his question so I could go. Scorpio rising, Libra moon, Neptune and Capricorn, Sun in the 12th house, South node in Libra. North node. Well, me and you have our same South node, so King R. I'm gonna tell you right now that man, when you do a thing, make sure that everybody know that you did it, and do it by yourself, and take the lead. And you don't need nobody to assist you. Please know that you don't need nobody to assist you. And you're not an assistant anything. If you are assistant manager, assistant this, assistant that, if you are any kind of assistant, your goal is to be the manager. Okay? Your Scorpio rising, people just take you wrong. They just, understand that. Listen, when we have risings that shows our personality, guys, what it's doing, our rising can confuse us because it's just how it's the mask we wear, how we present ourselves into society, right? So it could confuse us the way people approach us. So guess what? People don't approach you, King, as you want them to, and you don't really get it and don't understand it, but it's your Scorpio rising. So you to yourself a lot. It seems like you're in deep thought. Like you just could be checking the doggone weather on your phone, just sitting down, chilling at a chair in the office or somewhere and in the house, somewhere. And you're just checking the weather on your phone. People going to think and not bother you because they're going to think that you're in this deep. You're looking up something so deep and important and they don't approach you. And you're like, yo, what's up? I'm just checking out the weather. Just telling y'all it's 50 degrees over there. See if I need what I need to wear today because it might rain, but so that's what you need to understand, that people are going to think that you're being more serious or more deeper, more whatever than you are. Understand that people know that about you and you don't have to worry about it. Don't sweat it. And your Libra moon really messes you up with that because that's not what you want. You rather have a kumbaya moment with people and opposed to a them standoffish towards you. You want people, you're trying to create harmony. So that's why you probably asked that question. You're Neptune and Capricorn, you're just trying to, you're okay with the spirituality stuff that you just got to make sense out of it and see how it's going to work for you, what you could use out of it. That's what that means. Feel like I really want to help, like really care, but kind of workaholic and can't always be as attentive to others as I like. Want intimacy, but always fall to either codependency or resentfulness. No, you don't. Everybody who say what they do and what they want, they don't want that. So the thing is, like, if it was me, you're talking to me, but you kind of are. So I would say this to you. First of all, that's not true. It's not what you want. Because if you wanted it, you will have it. You'll be doing it. You'll be living your life that way. You're living your life like you said you are, right? So you want to know, how can I still do what the HE double hockey sticks that I want to do and still get this stuff? That's your real question. You could just don't have really too much time to talk about it, but first, just do the first half of that. Speak your truth. The reason why is you want to have your cake and eat it too, and you can, as long as there's no selfish, like the universe don't like anything selfish, because the universe is going to call you on that, because the universe don't want, remember, the universe is collective. It's a collective of everything. The universe, it's a collective. It's that one thing connected to everything. That's why Pisces are empathic. But anyway, Pisces energy, my bad, are empathic. So it's okay to have your cake and eat it too, as long as there's no selfish traits along with that. So your life goal and your life task is to continue to keep what you got and to build on it So everything you got to do, you got to manifest those things. You got to manifest more intimacy by being what? More intimate. You see? So it's not like a big mysterious answer that you need to receive. You manifest that. So if you want to keep it, I mean, since you have it, you want to keep it. You want other things. So manifest those things by putting energy towards those things by still keeping your other stuff. That's how you kick and eat it too. Hopefully you understand that and you get what I meant by that. Now, so just to let y'all new people know, when I say bye, that's the end of my video. Nothing else that I say before bye is the end of my video. So, but thank y'all for liking it and hanging out. Still just saying thank you for hanging out. I'm not saying goodbye. Just appreciate it. Like, I think I need to take the time and say that. You know, like this, to take the time and say thank you. She's saying email her at Shonda Rise Astrology TV. Yeah, I do have a lot of plans. I do want to get everybody's birth chart and have it in my database so we could do some birth chart readings live. Career. Some people want to know what's going on with their career right now, what they need to do, what business they want to do. Most people who want to do that are people with suns in their 10th house, people with strong Capricorn, Virgo, Earth energy. But anybody can do it, of course. So I'm doing those things too. I will advertise it more and put it out more. I need to take those old videos off because that was for May and June. It's like July now and August. So I do those kind of things too. Oh, thank you, Shonda. I will definitely be thinking about what you said. Appreciate it. I'm glad. Sorry, I don't know why I posted that twice. I do like hanging out with our soul family. Yes, a soul group is cool. Soul group is also 11th house energy as well. Anything with the word group in it is 11th house energy. It's a group of people. It's not your interpersonal relationships. It's not like your best friend, your lifelong friend. So that's 7th house. A lot of people think that the 11th house is your house of friends. The reason why they say it's your house of friends, meaning that for the definition of friends, what do the definition of friend mean, you know? Or friends with an S, plural. So it just means that, you know, people get along, like each other, participate in some kind of group. It could be on a basketball team. It could be a knitting group. You're sitting there knitting sweaters, whatever, a cooking group, whatever, you know, a hate group, haters go around disliking people's videos and stuff like that just because they just want to, you know, I mean, anything. It's a group of y'all. 3 people is a group, right? 2 is a couple. So 3 or more people is a group. So that's what the 11th house means. Your 7th house is the relationships, the type of, not the sign so much. That's when you get into marriage. But your friend, that's the energy of that. So okay, as an example, my 7th house is Gemini. So that not having friends with Gemini per se. I need the energy of a Gemini. So that means anybody who I am friends with, trust and believe, I can talk to a lot to, and they talk a lot to me. Our conversations are very, very long because we talk about a lot of things and things that we think about. Like, did you ever think about why they try to make the door brown in your house, like a door that's flat and long and wide? Trees don't come like that. So why are they trying to imitate your door, a wooden door from a tree? But trees not shaped like doors. So like, if you don't like that kind of thing and we start looking up how it happened and what doors are really made out is imitating the wood and why people feel that they need a tree in their house, then you're probably not going to want to be my friend. because that's I think it's Gemini. I think I'm curious and I talk and try to figure stuff out and stuff like that with my friends. So look at your seventh house and look at your friends. I bet you any amount of money, a person you've been friends with for a really long time, whatever zodiac energy is there, I guarantee you that you do that with them, especially people who have Sagittarius. Anybody who got Sagittarius in a seventh house, yo, you probably gonna wish why we never got married, because I love your intellect. I love your education. I love the way you think about things. I think about things the same way. Anybody who's a Sagittarius or got Sagittarius energy. And if anybody got a doggone Capricorn in their seventh house, meaning you're Cancer rising, but anybody got Capricorn in their seventh house, yeah, that's just me hitting my leg. The least of that is friends with benefits. But the most of that is your husband or your wife, because you can see that they take your relationship seriously. And it's a certain, oh my gosh, Capricorn in the seventh house, y'all know. And y'all gonna be friends with this person for a long time. And you're not gonna like it changing. So a lot of people are gonna want to marry whoever got Capricorn in the seventh house. A lot of people are gonna want to marry either Capricorn or Capricorn energy, because they see that this is a person that could be, especially if it's the opposite sex, or, you know, if you attracted to, if you're a girl and it's guy, girl, or same sex, whatever. But if it's somebody who you can, like, you could be with, you're gonna look at them, even if you never did it, at least one time, you're gonna look at them as they could be your dog, husband or wife. Your seventh house is Scorpio. Oh, no wonder why you friends with a Scorpio girl, Janet. What are you about to end this? And what? See? What are you talking about? I just said thank y'all. Can't say thank you without the ending. When I say bye, that's the end. Seventh house Scorpio. And first house, true. Yeah. So look at your seventh house and look at your friends. Not your friends when y'all all hang out. I ain't talking about those friends. That's 11th house. Who been your friend for a long time? Or who you want to be your friend when you meet them? You drawn to them. Who? Look at your seventh house. Look at the energy. That's who. I guarantee you, that's who you are not going to go against that. That's how you do it. That's how you use astrology. You said use astrology to help you. You said Virgo? Shy. Shy is a Pisces rising. You don't know everything, Shy. You don't really know. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, you're Virgo. You're Virgo in the seventh house. And most of your friends gonna be at work. Most of all of your friendships came from people you work with. Metro, hey. Your seventh house Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpionic. Yeah, so you're gonna attract and be attracted to, not romantically, platonically, a friend to be Scorpio. Oh, Taurus. Oh, and then, hey guys, also, if you getting tripped up or getting rocked to sleep, because I'm saying one zodiac sign, also look at the element as well. Not only is it just that zodiac sign, but it's that water element if it's a water sign. It's that heat, fire element if it's a, fire sign, and so on. So you're going to need the energy. So I know I have a Gemini in my seventh. So I'm not going to just say, oh, only could be friends with only Geminis. No, I could be friends with any air sign. Why? Because I could talk to them and communicate with them for a very long time, like years and years, like, because that's where I was born to do that with air. My trines, my Pisces and my Cancers, they're my siblings. They're always going to be there. Anytime the chemistry is always going to be there. We're like 80% of our relationships is already known when we first meet. So it's not something that I gotta try to do or adjust to. Whatever your trying is, whatever your trying element is, it's just you already it's natural. So it's nothing. It's just y'all the same thing, but y'all just show different traits, and you understand each other's traits. So either you like them or you don't like them, but you're still the same: water, fire, air, earth. So you can also look at Earth as a Taurus too. But a Taurus, a person who if you got a Taurus in your seventh house, your friend, they're gonna be attractive. You have to be attractive. You have to be attracted to. You got to have an attractive friend. Put it that way. Now, it don't have to say everybody might not think this person is attractive or good looking. You have to think they're attractive and good looking. I'm just saying. Scorpios have close circle, small group. I don't know about that. Because, see, then if I got to look at who my friends are and not like I look at a group, I got to automatically go to my 11th house. So I'm not going to say yes. If I want to see my close relationship, I'm going to look at my 7th house. And it's not Scorpios. It's the Scorpio energy. 7th house, Capricorn. 2 Capricorn moons come to mind. One is you. It just happened naturally. And some Capricorn suns and ascendants who I know as well. Yeah. So just when you feel like people not understanding you, Shay, just go around a Capricorn, sun or a moon. So you could tie your head tighter, straighter on your shoulder, so you could feel more solid. Go around them. I don't care how you're going to get around them, go around them. Use astrology to your benefit. True. 11th house group associations. I take that back. I take what back. Yeah, I know it get confusing because when you guys look it up and use apps, it tells you. Sometimes they give you one word for each house, and 11th house it will say friends. So I totally get why. I used to think that too when I first started studying astrology in a language. I used to think that 11th house mean my friends, and I was like, so you telling me since it's Scorpio, my 11th, I only got to be around Scorpio friends? They gotta be Scorpios? That's what I used to think. And I was like, oh no, I got Neptune in there. Oh, well, it got to be something with spirituality or religion, but not a particular religion. I was like always wondering why I never cared. Like in my family and how I was raised, they try to raise me to believe in one religion, one way, and everybody else going to hell. Everybody else going to that dark, bad fireplace, and I never could buy into that. Well, when I started studying astrology, I understood why, because I got Neptune in my doggone 11th house. So that means that I'm not going to look at people, groups of people only and have one religion, or they got to believe, like, be dogmatic. Now, if you got Capricorn in there, the Capricorn in your 11th house, you want everybody to follow rules and no restrictions and don't cross this line and stuff like that. But I have Neptune and Scorpio in there. So yeah, it's going to be intense and deep friends, but it don't have to be, because remember, my friends, the people who I talk to on a day-to-day basis, is air. That's how you gotta look at it. Scorpio, 11th house soul group. Yep. Well, I don't understand your question, Shy. 11th house could be spirituality, but it's any group of anything. Aquarius rules astrology, Uranus rules astrology, but it's not spirituality. For me, it is because I got Neptune in there. So collectively, and the 11th house is the house of the collective. And then I got a collective planet in there, which is Neptune. So collectively, universally, I'm going to always be attracted to groups of people who talk about spirituality, metaphysical things. What's life beyond death? Is it death beyond life and souls? And I'm always going to care about people in low income housing. I'm going to care about people who have addictions. I'm going to care about people who society feels is less than, because I can look above and beyond that. And I'm going to do it in a Scorpio kind of energy way where I'm going to not look at the face value of a thing and you look all deep and down and around and try to figure out the psychological purpose on why these things are happening to these people. And then because I'm using Scorpio energy of being resourceful and transformative, I'm going to say I can work with these people. I can bring the best out of them. I could transform them from being poor to not poor, not poor to rich, but poor to not being poor. And that I can advocate for them if people will try to put them down because they don't have certain things, blah, blah, blah. So I can keep going. And that's what that means. So but that's just me because that's what my placement is. Oops, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. 7th house. One-on-one, which is closeness, but 11th isn't too much of that closeness. It feels more out there with the mind, like networking. Just think of it networking. If you're gonna use one word for a house instead of using 11th house as friends, I will consider 11th house as networking. Because what do you do when you're networking? What is a network? Remember, Uranus is about technology, astrology, all that stuff. Aquariuses are definitely into technology. So what network that's social that everybody uses, right? So that is 11th house. We're doing it digitally now, but we got social networks. We don't know everybody on social networking. We don't even know our quote unquote friends on Facebook. Some people just accept anybody to be their friend. Some people have private accounts or something, but it's still your network of people that you want to participate with. So think of it that way. They are lucky lady. They all Scorps. Well, you needed that in your life this time. You needed to have all that Scorpio energy. That's probably what you were missing in your previous life. Yeah, social media came from the 11th house. Social media is the 11th house. Social groups, socializing, and social media. I'd rather not call it media. I rather call it social networking, social networks. YouTube is could be used as a social network. You got actual social network apps already in existence. So I'd rather say social. I mean, I know media can come from communication, video, pictures. I know that. But yeah. So now, excuse me, 11th house in Taurus, bit Mars there. Veronique want to be around. She like looking at YouTube videos with She like looking at what's that TV show? Like a Bad Girls. She like looking at those bad girl videos and TV shows. Veronique Vero. Especially the ones that she could see that they're doing their hair, their makeup, and looking cute and stuff. And then they fight. Throw tables at each other and drinks and stuff. She likes that. Adon. I don't know if I could say the name the right way. Adon Stars? Adon Stars? Yeah, she like those drama reality shows, but she like, it gotta be, like, y'all know Flavor of Love. Like, I mean, it can't just be a group of people fighting. It gotta be a group of people fighting that look cute. And their hair done and the makeup done. Or she like those fashion shows. I mean, those fashion TV shows like Project Runway and stuff, where they're making some fashion and stuff like that, but they got drama and they fighting. It got to have a combination of that. That's not all what it means. I'm just telling y'all when y'all throw out little things. I'm just telling y'all what these things mean. Yeah, I know the Cash App. They're sending me super chats, which is fine. Love and hip hop. She said, yes, I do. The cheerleader show on TLC. See, it can't be like, if they're not attractive and they're arguing and fighting with drama, she's not gonna be into it. But it's like, what are those girls look cute, or they're really into their hair and they're really into this, and why are they fighting? I want to continue to watch. Yeah, no, it's just that she has a Taurus in her 11th house. Her Taurus is in Mars. So, I mean, her Mars is in Taurus. Y'all got me saying it like that. Her Mars is in Taurus and is in 11th house. So, remember we were talking about, social networking, social with technology, so she could watch TV shows and stuff like that, really reality shows, because she also want to see the human part of people too. And that's why I said she liked those kind of shows. So now I am going to go. See, this is when people could say goodbye to Shonda or thank you, Shonda, because I'm telling y'all, gosh darn it, this is my Capricorn moon. Like, they're not following the rules. Just because I said thank you like 5 times in the video doesn't mean I was leaving 5 times. I'm just saying thank you. They need to follow the rules. They're not following the rules. That's my Capricorn moon. But I am going to say it and say goodbye. I do appreciate y'all coming on here. I have not been on YouTube for 2 hours, 36 minutes, talking to my chat in a long time. But I appreciate it. I so appreciate it. Y'all don't understand. I really appreciate it. And when I'm not on, I'm thinking about coming on. So, it's that too. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for saying thank you. Appreciate it. Like I said, y'all, I don't even know how I'm gonna do this video. I always say this at the end. Some people want me to keep the whole video up. My topic is not 2 hours, over 2 hours long, about gaslighting people or whatever. It's like probably, I think, a half hour, and then we got into talking. So I've been talking to the chat and discussing different things about astrology longer than a topic. So a lot of people who probably came on and hear what I'm saying at the time is like, she's not talking about gaslighting, and she's talking about, who I'm friends with and who I like and stuff like that. So yeah. Thank you, Sophia, for staying on my whole video. That's what I was trying to say. I got tongue twisted. How did that happen? But thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Have a good Saturn day. Remember, Saturn day is not a chill day. It's not a relaxed day. Saturn never chills. Saturn never chills. It's still about work. This is still Capricorn energy, so you still go run around, do the stuff you gotta do that you couldn't do during the week. Like finish all that stuff up. This is the last day. Okay? This is the end of the week. Everybody think it's Friday. The Saturday is the end of the week. Wrap up the end of the week. So Sunday is the new. So Sunday is the sun. Our sun. It's the day of us starting a new thing for the new upcoming week. So use the energies of the days wisely so you don't have stress. Saturn not going to want you to be lazy, so it's no chilling. Get your work done first and then have fun. And then prepare for the next week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know Capricorn. Sparker the goat, she's a Capricorn. She said, it's a relaxed day for me because I get my stuff done early. Yeah, you know Capricorn. But we're talking about the rest of the 11 signs that's not don't have cap suns or cap moons. Like the Capricorn bosses and Capricorn moon bosses, like it seems like we're the slave drivers. Like you want to whip everybody into shape and everybody do their job. I mean, it's true. It's true, but it's not bad true. It's going to help you because we got to have boundaries. And things can't be willy-nilly. So it's true and it's not true at the same time. Well, I always try to say, well, people really think Capricorn energy is like really mean, but I'm going to show y'all how it's not really mean. I always try to do that, and I always and never succeed because I'm a Capricorn moon, so it's like my natural instinct is in me. So I can't say that is not true. It is true. Like, it is true. It's like, it's the taskmaster. It's the doggone person who do the rules. And it's like when we playing around at work and on our phones and we got to look out. We got to look out. Say, yo, the boss coming in. We hurry up and act like we working. That's what Saturn is. So get to work, everybody. Bring your phone. Get some earphones if y'all want to be on YouTube. You could work. You could still enjoy yourself while you're working. You can still enjoy yourself and listen to YouTube videos while you're doing your work, while you're driving. You got a mobile phone, That means your phone can be taken with you while you're doing your work, while you're taking care of your business. Oh my God. Yo. So my head and my heart sextile, it blends together because I got a Scorpio sun and a Capricorn moon. So Scorpio is in Capricorn sextile. So I'm totally okay with how I feel. And my feelings is totally okay with how I think. So, get to work. Bring your thing with you. Yeah. And focus on your tomorrow. Start your new week off. Even if you're not working, y'all. You do something every day. Whatever it is going to make your Monday through Friday smooth as possible, start tomorrow. All people who say, oh, yo, I use my Saturdays. I prepare my Saturdays for my Sundays so I can chill on Sunday. No, you don't. You still do stuff on Sunday to prepare for the week. I don't care what you say. This is a natural thing. And why would you do that? Don't do your Sunday stuff on Saturday, on Saturn's day. Do your Saturn stuff. End everything up. Close the week out. There's an ending. Why is this not flicking? Close your week out. It's an ending. It's not the beginning. So don't start nothing. You're not being efficient if you're starting your Sunday stuff on your Saturn day stuff because you're being counterproductive. And you're not going to get any points from Saturn on your Saturday. It's just going to be like, you really using me to start your week? Okay, do it. I wouldn't advise it. I didn't tell you to do that. All right, y'all. Now I'm ranting. Goodbye. Thank you so much for coming on. I hope I have the ability to come on again and talk to you guys. Thank you for my super chats. Thank you for my Cash App. My Cash App, if y'all feeling me, anytime y'all want, it's Shonda Rise. $ Shonda Rise is my Cash App. Shonda Rise Astrology is my PayPal. If y'all want to send me money. If y'all don't want to send me money because y'all not about that life, send me good karma. Do something good for somebody out there so you can get the karma back. And because you did it, because I asked you to do it, I'll get the karma back too, which is better than cash. And have a good day.